Hey, so this is part two of my Wegovy journey. I am on, let's see, I've been taking it now for about a month, and I said I would record this so I could share my experience because I know there's like a lot of people that's super curious what it's like to be on it. And it's interesting how it works. When I took my first shot, it's funny, I went out and had a like kind of a cheat day, and I went out and got some fast food because I'm like, okay, this is the beginning of my journey, so I'm gonna go ahead and pig out because after this I won't have an appetite. um, and I did that, and I took my shot that night, and my first shot that night, and I started out on 0.25 milligrams, um, which is the lowest dose. And it's basically just to they start you at the dose just to see how your body takes to the medicine, um, to the hormone, um, that is semaglutide or Wegovy. um, I was I was surprised because um, it didn't. I thought when I took the shot it would kick in instantly, but it didn't. um, I could still, my appetite was the same for days, actually. It wasn't until about the third day, for me, that I didn't feel a difference at all. I was expecting to feel some type of difference, or notice the fact that I didn't have an appetite, but I really didn't. Um, it was just kind of a thing like I went to work, completed my whole day, and it was like 6:30, 7:30 at night, and before I realized I hadn't eaten anything, and didn't even have an appetite. I wasn't even hungry. It wasn't even in my head to eat. It just happened that somebody else was eating, and I said, I was just sitting there saying, I don't think this medicine is working. And I was like, when was the last time I ate something? And I was like, sheesh, I haven't eaten anything all day. So that was my experience with my first shot. Um, Side effects wise, uh, I didn't really have any side effects, uh, except fatigue. I noticed after I got done with work, I would come home, and um, I would fall out. I'd be dead tired. Um, like, I woke up and it was probably about 11 o'clock and I still had my shoes on. I had sat down on the bed. I came in from work and sat down on the bed and instantly fell asleep. So there's that. Um, my and then you take it every week. So my following shot was a little different. That's when I started experiencing the side effects. So for me, and this isn't for everybody, so I don't want to scare anybody, but for me, um, it made me feel really bloated. Like you walk around feeling like a freaking balloon. Um, I was walking around just completely bloated, gassy. I kept on, like, for minutes on at a time, probably for maybe for about 2 hours at a time. I would just not be able to stop burping, and I would have like these sour burps, and they were gross. They would have this nasty aftertaste, and I don't know where it was coming from. It was just like all this air was trapped in me all of a sudden, and I just kept burping and these nasty burps. And it was even worse if I had something to eat that day, because then whatever I ate, I'd just be burping up that flavor in my mouth, that aftertaste. So there's that. Other than that, um, the third week, it seemed like it got worse. The third week, I had diarrhea, and every time I went to the bathroom, it was just diarrhea nonstop. Um, and it was kind of scary because I was like feeling dehydrated, and along with the urge, like you don't have an appetite, you also don't have a need to do anything like drink water or juice or anything. Like you don't have the urge to put anything in your mouth. And so I was really dehydrated, and the diarrhea made it worse. um, and before I knew it, I mean, I was talking about how I didn't think it was working and all these side effects, but by week 3, I had dropped almost 20 pounds automatically in my first month. I dropped 20 pounds, almost exactly 17 pounds to be exact. So, and I was losing it by like 10 pounds a week. I lost 10 pounds in 1 week, um, that I weighed myself. Um, and I think a lot of it was water weight, just due to the diarrhea. That's my own take on it. Um, but I am slimmer. I'm definitely slimmer. My stomach uh, used to protrude, and now it's not anymore. It's actually flattened out. It's almost like I've cleansed myself. Like all that buildup that was in there is gone, because now my stomach is just flat. Um, I'm still overweight, but you know, it doesn't protrude anymore. Um, it used to kind of stick out a little bit, like I was bloated. Um, and now it's just, you know, blubber. So, I'm going to keep taking the medicine. The other side effects I experience, is feeling hot. I would overheat a lot. And I don't know if that might have had something to do with um, me not drinking enough water. But I mean, I bust out in a sweat when I be on this medicine. Um, and I notice like when I'm at work, I have to sit under a fan, or else I can't do it. Um, I overheat, and I have to drink something cold, and it doesn't really do anything for me. Doesn't cool me off. I stay hot no matter what. I have to stay under a fan. Um, I did, on my 4th week, I had a wedding to go to, and I had planned this for me and my husband to go, and I put a lot of money into it, and like really planned this out, and it was a big deal. And ironically, the day of the wedding, the morning of, I just felt sick as a dog from the medicine. I felt terrible. I couldn't eat. And the weird part was, on that occasion, I wanted to eat, but I didn't have an appetite. So I was hungry and actually starving, but I couldn't eat anything. So it was like feeling like torment. um, that was a unique experience. I've only felt like that for about 2 days on my 4th shot, after I had been taking it for a month now. That was the first time I've gotten sick on the medicine, and I was sick like that for a few days, for probably about 2-3 days. Other than that, that kind of scared me. So the following week, I didn't take it. I just felt like my body needed a break. I felt like I was just putting my body through a lot. So I didn't take the following shot. And I'm just now getting back on it now. I just took my shot a few days ago. And so I basically skipped a week. But I just needed a break, because between being hot, fatigue, being hungry, but can't eat, don't have an appetite, the diarrhea, being thirsty, like it was just a lot. I was feeling like, even my husband's been watching me the whole time, and he's like, babe, if you got to go through this, like, I'd rather you just, you know, not take the medicine. It's not worth it if you have to torture yourself. But like, I'm determined to lose weight. So, and my friend, who's been on the same medication, lost 80 pounds, and they look fantastic. And if I could lose 80 pounds, I'll be the same size I was in high school, and that's what I'm aiming for. um, so I'm going to continue to take it. I thought after a month that they would up my dose. I thought that was the regimen. They start you off at 0.25 milligrams and then step you up every month. But they still had me on the lowest dose, which is fine for me, because I don't know if a higher dose is going to bring more intense side effects. So that's kind of scary to me. But in the meantime, I am still taking it. So yeah, in this month, my first month, I've lost almost 20 pounds, and I feel great about it. Like, my clothes they fit me differently. My jeans won't stay up. They kind of like sag a little bit, which is nerve-wracking. But I'm glad it's because I lost weight, and my shirts fit me different. Like, I look more busty now because my stomach is flatter. So that's nice, and that's pretty much it. So I did. My friend wanted to try the Ozempic, or the Wegovy. So I gave them one of my shots, and that was the week that I didn't take it. So, but they tried it. So, ironically enough, they said they didn't lose any weight, that they actually gained weight, gained a few pounds that week. So I don't know. I think you have to be consistently taking it, because for me, I didn't lose weight in my first week off of one shot. I honestly, because I was watching the clock like the entire time, like, and I'm texting my friend who took the medicine, and I'm like, how long is it going to be before the appetite suppression comes in, and how long is it going to be before I start to notice weight loss? Like, I was just watching the clock, and it wasn't happening fast enough for me. But it probably was my second week. The middle of my second week is when I first noticed that I had lost weight. And you drop it fast. You drop it super fast. So, but for me, it doesn't. It comes at a price. But I'm gonna stay on it. And that's it. I just wanted to share that with you guys. So, for those of you who are thinking about taking it, just know there could be side effects. I don't want to scare you again. It's not like that for everybody. Everybody has a different experience. Like, for my friend, they said that they had a lot of nausea. For them, it was nausea. It wasn't the diarrhea, it was nausea. But it also sounded like they were trying to force feed themselves, and they would try to eat something even though they didn't have an appetite, and then that would make them throw up. And I don't do that. When I don't have an appetite, I just don't eat. Only time I force feed myself is if I've gone like a whole day without eating. I know I need some type of nutrients, so I'll consume something that has nutrients in it, and in just small portions. And yeah, that's how I've been losing the weight. I probably would lose it faster if I drank more water. But like I said, I don't get thirsty. I just don't get thirsty. So, I have noticed, I will say one last thing before I go. I have noticed it makes me not want to smoke as much, and I'm a smoker. I thought that was kind of awesome. Like, I just don't feel the urge to anymore. And I've heard them say things like, one of the side effects is that people with addictions, it helps them with their addictions. It makes them not crave their addictions anymore. For me, with smoking, that's the truth. I I don't really feel the urge to smoke since I've been on Ozempic. Like I do, but it's far less. I was a chain smoker before, and now I smoke just randomly, more or less. Um, but yeah, that's my experience. Hope you enjoy it. And if you are gonna take Ozempic, I really suggest that you do it the right way and see a doctor. Don't go getting it from online on these clinic sites and things like that, because the doses, might not even be right for you. They might start you off too high. Um, a lot of people were getting started off at like 1.25 or even just 1 milligram instead of the 0.25 that I take. So you might want to think about that. If I've had that experience with medication on such a low dose, imagine what the side effects would be like for somebody starting off on a high dose like that. And yeah, I think it's best that you just talk to your doctor, because along with that, you want to have consistency too. And if you get it online, you might not be able to get refills on time, or I don't know how that thing kind of goes, but I just know that for me taking it, I've had to be consistent and take it as I should every week on time for it to work. So, and as I said, like when my friend tried it, they didn't lose any weight, and that's because they're not constantly on it. So that's that. I will talk to you in my next video. Let you know how much weight I lost. I'll just check in.